Jupiter video. As you know, there have been many spacecrafts to the planet Jupiter. We know a lot. You can watch the Jupiter. This is nice, by the way. You don't miss this opportunity. I've seen eclipse of the Jupiter by the satellites, or the satellites coming out of the eclipse by the shadow of Jupiter. That's the very thing you can see. You can see also the red spot, great red spot, and many other similar spots. Quite easy actually if you use the right telescope with the right high power lens. Cheapest one is a TMB Planetary 2 from China. Anyway, there have been many spacecrafts. We know this. Many of us have grown up with those images since the Pioneer age and when Voyagers and the Galileo and images come now from the Jupiter by the spacecraft Juno. There has been a video recently released, and this video that I'm showing you now shows a composition of those images that put together. What we missed now from the Juno mission was something really eye-catching. They were releasing individual images that were not really inspiring. They couldn't inspire the younger people like the way they inspired us. And the main reason for that was that the scientists didn't know really what to, in a way, to do. They didn't release any moving pictures. They were just giving us the static pictures that may work 40, 50 years ago. They don't work like that anymore. And we need those colorful videos now. And finally, the mission scientists realized that they need publicity, and publicity comes in the form of some videos. This is the age of YouTube and social media. So if you don't have a presence and a footprint there, you will miss the opportunity to actually. And scientists need this because if there is no funding for the work that they are doing, they will not be able to continue the way that they are. Juno has been now since I think 2015 probably or earlier around the planet Jupiter, and you can see that it is sending us pictures. The images are exactly, I'm telling you, the color rendition is really great. This is exactly what you will see even when you are using a telescope. The colors are loyal to what you will see in reality. And that's a good point. I have been observing with several telescopes. The best telescope to use for this kind of viewing is refractors. If you have a refractor, use it. TMB planetary eyepieces, especially 2.5 and 3.2 millimeter ones, and 4, 5, 6 millimeter ones, depending on the telescope you're using. Oh, very good. If you have a reflector, try it, yes, but it's better to use what I call a aperture stop. Aperture stop is just using not the whole opening of the telescope's tube, but just use a mask in front of it with a circular off-center hole, so the light is reduced. Practically by that, what we call is that you create a planetary killer telescope. You reduce the light scatter by the central obstruction, the secondary mirror, and then in that way you increase the f ratio. F ratio is the focal length, which in this case remains the same, and divided by aperture. Aperture is the opening, not just the size of the mirror. The opening of the mirror, the size that is exposed to the light. And by reducing that size, you actually increase the denomination in this division, and then you create a longer f ratio, higher f ratio. In that way, you created a planetary telescope. For telescopes, it's good to use this if you have a reflector, Newtonian, Dobsonian, or SCT, because naturally the brightness of the planet will obscure many things that you can't see. So if you reduce the light by closing down the whole opening of the telescope, making it smaller, you can see more. Here in this video you saw that we got closer to the planet, then we're gradually getting away from it. You saw the beautiful red spot. This is the color you will see. That's exciting. This is the color actually you will see using your own telescope. You will not see many of these more finer details with your telescope, but you see the general. Definitely you will see the south and north equatorial belt, especially south equatorial belt, which is a kind of brownish, reddish color. And you can see the great red spot. It's not at the moment very red, it's kind of orangey, sometimes even a little yellow orange. It's not that red that it was. And as the, of course, we don't see the crescent, but the other details you can see. Enjoy. Use your telescope. You have a small one, even the smallest one will help you enjoy the night